Hello, everyone. My guest today is Sebastien Mirolo. He started a video game studio back in the day, built a microprocessor company, and built 2 SaaS businesses before his current company, Djaodjin. If you believe a couple semiconductor patents, if you believe in patents, he's quite an engineer, though some people remember him as a group fitness instructor. He's married with kids and has ambition to help people run sustainable micro businesses. Sebastien, you ready to take us to the top?
Yeah. Hello, Nathan.
Good to have you. Okay, so you're a fitness instructor and a SaaS entrepreneur, huh?
I was a fitness instructor, not since I have kids.
You're not like a SoulCycle instructor. You get up on those things and, do dance moves and all this kind of stuff.
No, I was doing capoeira and like punching stuff,
That strikes me as a better fit for you. You look like a tough guy. You got to be tough as an entrepreneur. All right. So first off, if people listening want to follow along, the name of this bad boy is a little complicated. So listen, it's Djaodjin.com. Djaodjin. So what does the company do, Sebastien?
We host billing and profile pages. So if you build a SaaS, you kind of need all of this, and that's what we provide.
Okay. And what do you charge on average per month for it?
We charge $119 a month, and then we have multiple tiers depending on your traffic.
Okay. And when did you launch this? When did you get your first customer?
About 5 years ago.
Okay. So call it 2015-ish?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
And tell us that story. How did you get your first customer? Do you remember where?
Yeah, I mean, it's all by referrals. We were doing a lot of upgrades on SaaS businesses, so we were doing professional consulting. And then we decided like everybody needs the same thing. So we're just going to build it and then sell it on a hosting basis. And that's what we did.
But where did you find your first customer? I mean, did you go to a forum or?
No, first customers, it's all referrals. It's basically people we used to work with before. And we told them like, listen, we're not going to charge you per the hour anymore. We're just going to charge you a flat fee, but you have to work with us on our platform.
So did you have an agency before this?
Yes.
Okay, what was the name of the agency?
There was not really a name for it.
So you were doing consulting work?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
I see. Okay, and what was your best year in terms of revenue for the consulting work?
The best what?
Best year in terms of revenue?
The first year. Yeah, the first year was the best year.
What year was that?
2009.
And how much revenue did you do?
We were doing about 200K.
Okay. And what gave you the confidence to shut down that revenue stream to go all in on Djaodjin, a software company?
Because if you do an agency, you get paid by the hour, and so I was thinking we're just gonna make more money, and it's gonna, as soon as we decouple, how much money we make from the hourly, then we have a potential to go higher. That's why, yeah.
Okay, so you got your first customer from some of your old agency clients. This was in 2015 for your software project. How many customers are you now serving today?
That's a very good question because it really depends on how many people are paying us or how many people in general we are doing. But paying. I would say it's a B2B. So I would say like we have 12 people paying us, and then total, how many customers? It's a lot.
Well, what's the difference between someone who's paying and someone you're calling a customer? Isn't that the definition of a customer if they're paying you?
Well, we have a model like WordPress. So we do have a lot of people using our products, but we just don't know about it. It's all open source. So they are customers in a way because, they learn about our products. They call the support when they have questions. So we actually find out about them when they start asking questions, but they're not paying us directly, So it's they're not signing up for our service, but they're using our products. So I would still call them customers because we provide support.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have 12 customers paying $120 a month. So you're doing about $1,500 a month in revenue?
No. No. That's what we charge, but we have some people, we charge them a lot more than that because they have bigger websites. So we're making about $6,000 a month right now in recurring revenue. Some people, they pay us, $5,000. We have one customer pay us $5,000, and then we have the other 10, 11 paying us like $119 or $250. So yeah.
So you're doing $6,000 a month today. What were you doing a year ago?
Yeah. A year ago, we were doing about the same, but we had a larger share of professional services. Like this year, we don't have any professional services at all. It's all hosting fees.
Well, so how do you scale this, right? How do you go from 12 customers to 24 customers?
That's a very good question. It's the most difficult part at this point.
You have to rename the damn company. This domain name is impossible. It is impossible. There's no word of mouth. I mean, is it impossible to pronounce?
You're right. That's something we've been thinking about. Actually, when we got our biggest customer, we actually had to write on the website that the company was a California company because many people thought it was a Chinese company. So we had to reassure our customers that we were a US company and a California company.
But what's taking you so long? It's so blatantly obvious. You need a new domain name. Why is it taking so long?
Because it's not the priority. Like, we do support our customers. So what happens is our revenue doesn't grow, but our customers' revenue by using our products is growing really fast. So as a result, we spend a lot of time supporting our customers and their business.
For that, though, that's the problem.
That's correct. But at the same time, when we get bigger customers, they make more money, then it's going to help in the future. So it's a long-term play.
I think you have to be more selfish. You're doing too much free work.
That's what my wife says all the time, yeah.
What does your wife do?
Right now, she takes care of our kids.
How many do you have?
We have one and another one on the way for December.
Oh, that's exciting. And you're in San Francisco right now, right?
Correct, yeah.
What's it like being locked down with a pregnant wife and a little one already there?
That's crazy. That's really crazy.
Like, what do your mornings look like?
I'm sorry?
What happens in the morning? What do your mornings look like?
So the morning is I wake up, and then I look at my emails and there's a lot of calls and things from Europe showing up. And then my kid wakes up. And so I have to stop everything, take care of him. My wife wakes up and she starts making calls. And, it's all chopped up. The whole day is chopped up. It's fun.
So your domain name makes it very hard for people to refer people to you because you can't say it over the phone. But you're built on open source. How are these customers finding you today?
GitHub, mostly GitHub.
Okay, explain. I'm not familiar with sort of how that works. So explain that. How do they find you on GitHub?
So usually what happens is people look for something like SaaS frameworks, or they look for tools to build SaaS businesses. And by chance, they always end up on GitHub because it's like the biggest repository of open source. So that's usually how people get, especially developers, they get there, they find our products. And what happens is Djaodjin it's a hard name to say, but it's very close to Django. And Django is the technology we're using. So actually for developers, it's not that bad. But it's true that for decision makers, it's harder to find us.
So you should rename your company Hango because H is next to J on a keyboard. So anytime someone misspells Django, on GitHub, they'll find you, which...
Interesting. That's a really good idea. Yeah, actually, we haven't renamed the company because I didn't have a good idea yet. So that's very good. Thank you so much.
I get 10% of all your new revenue.
All right. That's fair enough.
I thought you taught punching. You're supposed to be tougher than that. You should say no more than 5, Nathan. All right. Have you done this all bootstrapped, Sebastien?
Correct, yes.
Bootstrapped. Okay, that's great. And are you thinking about raising capital or no?
I am thinking about it, yes, because at this point, we do need capital if we want to scale and especially support the kind of customers that we have. It's just, we start to have very, very big customers, and we need a certain scale to be able to support these customers.
How much do you want to raise?
I think at $500K to start.
And how much of the company would you sell for that much?
That's a very good question. It depends who I'm raising it from. If I raise it from partners that are interested to contribute to the business, then I think a significant part might be good. If it's people purely putting money, then I would give less of a company.
So what is a lot? If a strategic was going to do it, how much would you give them?
Strategic, I could go all the way up to 40%, because at this point, I need to hire people. So somebody that comes with money and believes in the products wants to put money and work there, then, I have no problem with that.
So you would do something like raise sort of 500K on like a $800,000 pre-money valuation, or 900,000, something like that, or $1 million. Sorry, they get 40% of the company.
Yeah,
and you build it together.
Yeah. Otherwise, if it's pure money, I would give a lot less of a company, because we need that money to have people working here.
Yep. Okay. How many people are on the team today?
3.
And all of you are engineers?
Correct. Yes.
Very good. What's your churn today?
Well, the churn is very simple. If a business doesn't make money, usually they churn within a year or 2. If they start to make more money than they have to pay us, then we have these customers forever. So the churn has been like 1-2% at this point.
Got it. And walk me through sort of your famous 5 here. So the first one is, what's your favorite business book?
Oh, my favorite business book? I haven't really thought about it, but I like, I think it's The Sales Machine, or it's a book. Yes.
That's a good one. Yeah. Number 2, is there a CEO you're following or studying?
Natalia from Microsoft. Yeah.
Number 3, is there a favorite online tool you have for building your company?
An online, I don't. Yeah, it's a hard question. I don't know.
Your answer is GitHub.
Yeah, mostly like. Yeah, GitHub. Yeah, I guess. Yes. Yeah.
Number 4, with a pregnant wife and a little one there, how many hours of sleep are you getting every night?
It's not every night. It's basically 4 hours during the day, maybe 2 hours during the night. You have to shift your schedule.
All right. And so married, 1 kid, another one on the way. And how old are you?
I'm 42.
42. Last question, Sebastien. What do you wish you knew when you were 20?
What I wish I would know, it's not easy to find good people. I got lucky when I was 20. I built a company, and the team just came together. So when I was 30 and I did it again, I thought the team would come together, and now I realize it's actually hard to get the team to get together.
Guys, Djaodjin.com doing $6,000 a month in revenue from about 10 customers. Sebastien founded the company a couple of years ago, called it 2015. He's looking at potentially raising $500,000 right now, would sell up to 40% of the company if the deal was right, the partner was right. But until then, he's focused on growing mainly through GitHub searches as he integrates with Django, and a lot of people find him that way. Sebastien, thanks for taking us to the top.
Thank you so much, Nathan.
One more thing before you go. We have a brand new show every Thursday at 1 p.m. Central. It's called Shark Tank for SaaS. We call it Deal or Bust. One founder comes on, 3 hungry buyers, they try and do a deal live, and the founder shares back-end dashboards, their expenses, their revenue, ARPU, CAC, LTV, you name it, they share it, and the buyers try and make a deal live. It is fun to watch every Thursday, 1 p.m. Central. Additionally, remember, these recorded founder interviews go live. We release them here on YouTube every day at 2 p.m. Central. To make sure you don't miss any of that, make sure you click the subscribe button below here on YouTube, the big red button, and then click the little bell notification to make sure you get notifications when we do go live. I wouldn't want you to miss breaking news in the SaaS world, whether it's an acquisition, a big fundraise, a big sale, a big profitability statement, or something else. I don't want you to miss it. Additionally, if you want to take this conversation deeper and further, we have by far the largest private Slack community for B2B SaaS founders. You want to get in there. We've probably talked about your tool if you're running a company, or your firm if you're investing. You can go in there and quickly search and see what people are saying. Sign up for that at nathanlatka.com/Slack. In the meantime, I'm hanging out with you here on YouTube. I'll be in the comments for the next 30 minutes. Feel free to let me know what you thought about this episode. And if you enjoyed it, click the thumbs up. We get a lot of haters that are mad at how aggressive I am on these shows, but I do it so that we can all learn. We have to counter those people. We got to push them away. Click the thumbs up below to counter them, and know that I appreciate your guys' support. All right, I'll be in the comments. See ya.